Hey my lovelies, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energies of the Nine of Sticks. Now, Nine of Sticks in this deck is the same as the Nine of Wands in more conventional tarot. This little cheeky card keeps sort of showing up, and I think, the energy keeps getting uncovered. It keeps being sort of exposed and revealed recently, which is a little bit of a shame. So when the Nine of Sticks shows, definitely have some kind of caution, definitely keep your wits about you. There's a feeling that there could be some sort of shady, underhanded game playing, or just general like nastiness, or kind of just general crap going on. And basically, you don't need to sort of get consumed in it. You don't need to kind of get sort of bogged down with it. If there is some hearsay, some gossip, some Chinese whispers, don't feel like you need to set the record straight, but if you feel like you do have to do that, then obviously do that. But it's more a case of like just not getting kind of consumed or bogged down or sort of waylaid by all that crap, by all that sort of heaviness. I'm speaking to lots of people at the moment that are sort of going through this type of behavior with different people. For some people, it's work colleagues that are being a little bit kind of underhanded or a little bit unnecessary. For others, there could be some jealousy in sort of circles, whether it be spiritual circles or whether it be in friendship circles or sort of social kind of platforms. And I suppose the key message with this, stay true to your kind of own values, stay true to the sort of moral compass and the size of your own heart, because you know why you're doing what you're doing. And as long as you're not hurting or harming anybody, how somebody chooses to sort of take or receive your energy or whatever, it's nobody's business but yours. But there's a real feeling with this card of like people trying to get caught up in mind games. There is this sense of like, it's almost like this person, or this little dog in this case, is trying to kind of guard their post, guard their pitch, but they're looking a little bit battered. They're looking a little bit bruised. They've got some sort of war wounds basically. And I think the other thing with this is like, what doesn't kind of kill you makes you stronger. So you may be kind of going through some stuff and you might feel like you have your own sort of war wounds that you're kind of carrying, and it's just not being sort of, held back by all of this rubbish. So if you hear stuff going on, if you're aware that there's some sort of foul play happening, don't get caught up in it. Don't sort of give it too much energy. Just keep sort of staying in your own lane, staying in your own truth, vibrating on your own terms is key to success with this card. But definitely a little bit of a vulnerable time if you've been drawn to card number 1 for sure. Now then, as we're moving into card number 2, we're going into the energies of the Three of Sticks. So Three of Sticks takes us into a space which is the same as the Three of Wands in more conventional tarot. This is a time when we're sort of taking on the world head on. We're looking at what we want from life. We're starting to really manifest our hopes, our dreams, our wishes. And, we're sort of looking at things from a higher place of perspective. So because this little dog is sort of looking up from the kind of cliff tops down over the sort of water and over the lands and sea, there's a real focus. What do you want from life at the moment? How do you want your everyday today world to be? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are you going after? All this stuff can manifest, it can materialize, it can happen. The other thing with this card shows a lot when we're maybe needing to have some holiday time. So maybe some of you are taking holidays, or maybe even watching this video and currently being on holiday. That might be happening. But a rest and recharge may be required for some of you. And for some of you, there may just be this feeling of like wanting to kind of be a little bit of sort of like a seeker of lands, going to sort of destinations that you wouldn't usually get to sort of travel to. So maybe some of you are just actually wanting to really sort of see a bit more of the world, whether it be sort of across water, or it might even be in the country that you call home. But there's a real feeling and a real sense of starting to just explore lands and see a little bit of this. So travel of types, whether it be long distance or whether it's more sort of local travel, there's definitely a feeling of having some of this available. But just kind of getting your bearings, kind of clearing your head, bit of space clearing with this card as well, but being ready to sort of take on the next cycle, the next wave of life, the next adventure, and creating your own magic your way. 3 is a very powerful number in terms of tarot and numerology. It's often seen as the number of manifestation. What we think, we attract, we send out, and we receive it, in abundance. So 3 is the number of manifesting. So get out there and manifest your best life, and do it for the right reasons. Do it for yourself. Do it to better yourself, not to hurt or harm anybody else. Do it for you. And finally, if you've been drawn to card number 3, we are going into the energies of the Fool. I absolutely love this card. I love it anyway for what it represents, but I love this particular version because this little dog just makes me laugh and smile so much. The Fool is about being very carefree. There's a sense of adventure. There's a sense of optimism. You're ready to sort of walk the journey, the path of life, and you're traveling light. The Fool is often about kind of, it's sort of perceived as like the space of like the point between points. So there's an appreciation for the past, but we're not reliving it. There's an awareness of the future, but we're not fearful of it. We're not sort of, hesitant of where the journey might take us. There's just this real sense of adventure, fun, optimism, and inner acceptance. The Fool comes in a lot when we're trying to sort of live for the here and now. We're sort of trying to vibe for this immediate moment, this immediate space. And when all is said and done, we can have kind of goals, we can have dreams, we can have plans, but really this immediate space is all that really matters. And I suppose the other thing with the Fool, it's encouraging you to be playful, it's encouraging you to have fun and to find peace with the immediate space you call your life. So it's almost like, don't sort of wait for the future to be happy. Be happy in the here and now. There's a real emphasis with this kind of white rose, and because the sort of the satchel or the bag is like hasn't got a huge amount of stuff in, it's traveling quite light, and it's being at peace, and it's making peace with what you have, and actually accepting that this is okay to have this part of my journey, this part of my world. So I like this card because it's full of adventure, it's full of optimism, but there's a real grounded kind of gratifying energy of be blessed, be happy in the space you find yourself, be happy with your lot currently, but be open to the fact it can change and become even more abundant or even more fruitful. But be at peace with what you've got at the here and now as well. There's a bit of a feeling of highlighting the gratification or gratitude with this card. So I'm going to leave that with you, and I hope it resonates. An interesting set of cards this week. I hope you can resonate and make sense of their messages. I am going to leave them with you. Just a cheeky couple of reminders to let you know that this coming Thursday you can catch me over in Trowbridge, where I will be at Colour and Crystals doing some evening readings. I think we still have 2 spaces available, so if you want to come and see me for an in-person read, just drop sort of Jo a message at the shop via the Colour and Crystals shop page, and she can get you booked in there. And then this Saturday, I know I keep talking about it, but it's the next date of the Spirit Magic Tour. So this Saturday, I'm going to be over at the Warehouse Theatre in Ilminster. I'm very excited to be demoing there. It's going to be a beautiful night, reconnecting you with your loved ones that live on in the spirit world. Last time was really fun. We had a lot of cheeky sort of banter, and there was just some beautiful connections, some beautiful love coming in from spirit. So if you're feeling like you need to sort of hear a message from a loved one, or you just have never maybe been to a demo before, this is going to be a beautiful night to come to. There are still some tickets available, so pop over to the website and you can book your space if you would like to see me at the Warehouse Theatre in Ilminster this coming Saturday. So have a beautiful one, look after yourselves, and I will catch up with you all very soon. Take care, much love, bye for now.